Hey guys, are you struggling right now in your print-on-demand business because Printful is shipping 6 weeks out? Yeah, I know. I'm here with the Printful Alternative for you, and that's Shirley. Shirley has amazing quality. They're shipping 3 to 5 business days. I love the platform, super simple and easy to use. You can integrate it with Etsy and Shopify, or you can put in orders manually. So if you want to try out Shirley, just go to bit.ly/ShirleyCC. Make sure you look for the link in the description of this podcast episode. I hope this helps you out in your print-on-demand business. Welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, where we explore all things books, business, and bullshit. My favorite bees. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, season 2, episode 1. It is your girl, Cinquanta, and today I'm here with a special guest. We have Shaqualla, who was born and raised in Georgetown, South Carolina. She graduated in 2005 and went on to study undergrad at Claflin University from 2005 through 2010. Majored in business administration with a minor in English language and arts. Once getting her degree, she moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, where she has resided for the last 10 years, working in the banking industry and focusing on her upcoming brands as an entrepreneur. Within the last 5 years, she has launched 3 businesses, 2 of which are being revamped, and one that just celebrated 2 years, called Bejeweled Extensions. So welcome, Shaqualla, to the Coins and Connections podcast.
Yay!
How are you today?
I am good. Nervous.
Don't worry, I got something for that, but I'm just excited that I was able to get you here so we can just chit-chat a little bit about your business and all the exciting things that you have going on in your life. So
okay.
One of the things that we do here on the podcast is called the rapid fire questions. It's just a few questions that I'll ask, and then, you answer whatever comes to your mind first. So it's time for our rapid fire questions of the day. One of the first questions I have for you today is, what is the most interesting thing you have in your purse or in your wallet right now?
Oh my God. What is the most? Probably one of Callie's socks.
Okay. Look, most mothers can definitely understand that one. So the next question I have for you is, what TV sitcom family would you be a member of?
Oh my God. You know what? I think I probably will fit in with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Me and Hillary might be good friends.
Yeah. That would be a good one. I can see that. Yeah. So, this question is really good because I want you to let the people know that we was repping in school as president and vice president in high school.
That's right. So held it down for a few years.
Yeah. This question says, if you were running for office, what would be your campaign slogan?
Oh my goodness. What would be my campaign slogan? Oh my goodness. If I was running for office?
And it doesn't matter what office it would be, hey, President of the United States is always like, gold, so.
You know what? I don't know. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let me think. Oh my God. What would be my slogan?
It gotta be something good.
I don't know.
I'm about to
you
say,
know
girl,
what?
So if you was on the Real Housewives, what would your slogan be then?
Yeah. You know what? I think I would still remain authentic when running, and I would incorporate something with classy and fabulous.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. I wouldn't see it any other way.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, I would remain so authentic. They probably would think I'm going to get into office to spend up the people's money, but that's all I can think of.
Yeah. So what is one of your favorite songs right now?
One of my favorite songs. You know what? I jam to a lot. I like that new song with T-Pain. You know, like the little T-Pain remix, like I'm Sprung. Oh,
Yeah.
yep, that's one of my favorite songs. And I like Roddy Rich. I
Oh,
like
which
a
one?
good bit of
Ballin'?
Roddy Rich. Yep, I like a good
That
bit
is
of
my
Roddy
song.
Rich. And then Roddy Rich, that T-Pain song. You know what? I like Drake the Tootsie Roll too. I like
Yeah.
that one. And then, you know, after I finish listening to that, I might hit K Michelle and go back to the oldies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always a
Mhm.
good selection when you just vibe out to some old. And
Yeah.
thinking of it now, just think about our kids once they get older. Our oldies are like not the oldies like our parents' oldies. I mean, we still like that, but just imagine our kids are gonna be waking up on Saturday listening to like Tamar Braxton, K Michelle, and Beyonce
Right.
while we clean it.
Right.
Um, All right, so we want to go ahead and get into the main topic. And one of the first questions I just wanted to ask you was, how did you come up with your business name?
Yeah. So it was roughly about 3 years ago. It started
Mm-hmm.
about 3 years ago at age 30. And I was actually on the phone with my friend Jerry. Jerry is one of my good friends, my right hand man. So, you know, anytime it comes to like discussing business or something I want to do or an idea I got, he's also the one that assists me in, you know, my photo shoots. But whenever I'm having, you know, an idea pop, I automatically call Jerry. And we was just on the phone one evening and I was letting him know, you know what, Jerry, I think I'm going to launch my hair company. And he was like, wow, you know, that's a good idea. I can see you doing it. And, you know, I kept thinking, and he was like, well, what you think you're going to name it? And I was like, you know, something fancy. And he was like, well, what you think you're going to name it, Qua? I said, something fancy. So then I got to thinking a little more. We got to talking a little more. And, you know, you kind of talk through your ideas. That's all a part of brainstorming. And I said,
Yeah.
you know, girls like diamonds and they like glitz and they like glam. And then, you know, jewelry and jewel popped into my head. And then I told him, you know, bejeweled. And he said,
Yeah.
I like it. And I said, that's what I'm going with. And then, you know, this picture populated. I think I probably saw it on Instagram with the yellow fur coat, the Gucci tights. It's actually on my Instagram page. And it had the bejeweled ring. She was wearing the bejeweled rings. And that was kind of like a confirmation for my business name. And I just rolled with it.
Yeah. I like that.
Mhm.
That you
Yeah.
said good ideas come from conversation and also
Yeah.
having somebody that is like a sounding board for you to bounce
Mhm.
ideas off and it's no competition, but just like
Right.
real good conversation and
Right.
vibes and someone that just helps you talk through it and push you, just to go a little bit
Right.
further.
Mhm.
So when exactly, I know you said about 3 years ago, is when you started, but how long have you like truly been interested in the hair industry? Because I know, I asked you something probably a few years ago when you first started thinking about it. And then
Mhm.
I remember you saying, I'm going to do that next. And now
Right.
it's here. So can you have like a little timeline of that or?
You know, I would say it started around 26, 27. Because I do remember you asking me about it, and then my other friend, Latoya McCoy, she would always ask me about it. I never forget it. Toya would always ask me, you know, where I get my hair, and she would always compliment me on how well my curls look or how well my sew-ins look. She was
Mm-hmm.
always one that, you know, kept complimenting me on my hair, and I've always told her, I was like, you know, I'm gonna do it. It's coming. It's coming. So I would say around 26, 27 is when I said, you know, I was going to do it. And of course, you know, I was still in my prime. So I didn't start to take it as serious at that moment. And then
Mm-hmm.
around the 28, 29, it kept, you know, it kept manifesting to me. And at the age of 30, that's when I started my testing and that's when I started getting my slogan together and my thoughts together. And, you know, I kept writing everything down on paper. So I would say it started around 26, 27. 28, 29 is when I started to really put my thoughts into the brand. 30 is when I started working on the brand completely. My whole year of 30 went into the brand before it launched.
Yeah. And that was a beautiful process to just witness
Yeah.
and kind of see it unfold. Beautiful branding, by the way. So,
Thank you.
We'll talk about, that more about your business later. But I want to let the people know that me and Shaqualla went to high school together. And there was always a lot of confusion because she goes by the name Quala and I go by the name Quanta. So our teachers would definitely be calling us, each other's name. But also we were in cosmetology class together. And baby, we just knew we was going to have a salon. I don't even know. We didn't last long.
No, we did not.
We didn't last long, but we did have fun. I think we brought a lot of spice to that class.
Absolutely.
Very unforgettable years that we did when we did do work, but
yes.
Really, really good. Did you think that you would have made it through the 4 years and had your cosmetology license?
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm going to say that's a strong no. I say that because when we got into cosmetology, it was more so, okay, this can be cool. This can be something that we do leave high school with, just something to get under our belt. And I can say that, our particular class, our particular circle that we were surrounded by has always been a mature group. You know what I mean? We always were thinking years ahead. We just wasn't settled into our high school years. And that's what I appreciate about our particular group, our particular friends, the particular class that we graduated. Everyone was always 2 steps ahead. So it was kind of something that, okay, well, we can graduate school with this. Let's go for it. But, we got in there and Miss Coker, I love Miss Coker because, she gave us some good laughs. I love Miss Coker. But, after a while, she got tired of us and we got tired of her. So it was basically a good place where we can congregate, have a good time, and go on about our business.
Yes, and did we go on?
Yes.
We got the heck up out of there. That class was probably never the same. I swear to God, it probably was never the same. But even though we did not finish that, even in my military career, I was still braiding hair for people. I still to this day make money, from slaying a few braids or whatnot. So I would say, even though that's not something I do professionally, is it's still something that I know I can fall back on or go back and just get a braiding license. But that was a good stepping stone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, a very good stepping stone. So this question is: we talked about some of your years, your later 20s, but I want to know, what were you doing at 21?
21, 19, 20, 20. You know what? I was in my junior year at Claflin. I was I was in my junior year at Claflin, or one of those years at Claflin.
It seems so long ago down there, child.
Yeah, I was, doing my undergrad studies there, and at 21, I'm certain I was working about 2 jobs, if not 3, because I had worked 3 jobs at one time in college, but I definitely worked 2, and I was working at Walmart at the customer service desk, and I also worked at Cracker Barrel as a cashier while going through undergrad.
Wow. Were you even thinking about having a business at 21?
I always say that I was going to own something. I didn't know what it was, but I always say that I was going to own something to call mine. So I know it was going to be something, but I didn't know what it is.
Yeah. I think we all go through that. I'm going to have something, but I don't know. But when it comes, I'm going to let y'all know.
Exactly.
What was one of the most important things so far that you've learned in your life? And after learning that particular thing, what was life like after learning that lesson?
I've learned the most important thing that I really learned is that, everyone's heart is not like yours.
Ooh.
And, it took me a long time to realize that and figure it out because, I know the type of person I am. I know the type of spirit I have. And, I'm always willing to go above and beyond for anybody. If I have knowledge, I'll give it to you. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer. If I have something that I can help you with or whatever you need, I'm always there to, lend a helping hand or just, be there. And,
Yeah.
After a while, you continue to say, okay, well, I'm always having the heart of gold. Where is that heart of gold being returned back to me? Where are those people? So I had to learn that, everyone's heart is not like yours and everyone is not the same as you. And, it's just something that I learned now, and I still don't take that away from anybody. The only thing I've learned is that, continue to be who you are, because good things are going to come back to you tenfold in different ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That is definitely sometimes a hard
Mhm.
lesson to learn, and then sometimes people just learn it a little bit later in life.
Yeah.
And when you're like a natural giver and lover, it's easy for that to
Mhm.
look different. It's easy to be looked at as a weakness,
Yeah.
but in reality, like, you're really the strongest person in the room
Right.
when you're genuine like that.
Yeah.
So I know you have 2 kids. So right now, while we're in this whole quarantine life, what does a typical day look like for you right now?
Well, I'm still getting up about 6 o'clock, okay?
Hmm.
Because 6 o'clock is my time, my peace. That's my
Yeah.
peace, okay? So I still get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I get a chance to straighten up the house and mop my floor one good time before Callie gets up. I get a chance to wipe my glass table down just so I can have a peace of mind that I'm in a clean space.
Yeah.
I get Caden up about 9 o'clock, 9:15. His classes online, they're doing Zoom through his elementary school. They're doing Zoom. So his Zoom
Hmm.
classes start at 10:15. So I get him up to prepare him for his 10:15 literacy class. Once he's done with that, about 10:45, we have a small break in between. Meanwhile, I'm running around the house trying to keep Callie out the way, keep her quiet while he's doing his thing. And, after we get the break, we might go ahead, complete his assignments in between that before the math class starts. Then the math class start at 12:30. And I honestly feel like we're going through like a college online class or something. I'm like, this is real school. Like, what are
Girl.
it's intense. It's really
It
intense to
is.
say they're in
It
elementary
is.
school. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a bit intense. So
Yeah.
then he does his 12:30 class, and once he's finished that, we kind of do our little math assignment, and he's done. Now, once he's done, his Fortnite session starts. So now I have to listen to "Don't Kill Me, Don't Kill Me"
Shoot,
during the
shoot, shoot.
party.
Yeah, girl. I know.
Right.
I
So
know.
I'm listening to that for the next 5 to 6 hours. Meanwhile, I'm telling him to hush. Callie done went down for a nap. In between that, I'm getting my orders together. I'm trying to do some marketing online. I'm trying to add up my coins to make sure everything matches up. I'm still straightening up the house in between so when she gets back up, she can have a clean space to go mess up again. And, that continues to about 8:30, 9 o'clock. She may
Yeah.
go down for the night like she's down now. So she really didn't have a nap today because we were running errands, getting the packages out for Bejeweled, shipping some other stuff. So she didn't have a nap. So she should be done for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So that's basically where we at and how the day goes for right now.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm up early, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's
trying to
intense.
print out everybody's stuff, make sure I know what they got to do for the
Right.
day, and then I lock myself in my office for a little bit, and then I peek back out, make sure everybody breathing
Right.
and doing what they're supposed to do. But I mean, it's a difference because I have a middle schooler, and then I have
Mhm.
a fifth grader, and it's just like, wow. I was like, hold
Yeah.
up, I already did this. I did not sign up for this. And it's just been, it's been stressful because my kids are a little bit older. So
Mhm.
they're truly feeling every single emotion. And look, tensions have been high.
I know that's
I'm
right.
like, y'all got to get outside. We got to go for a walk, a run, a bike ride. Let's go fishing. We got to do something because they are just, not used to being. I'm fine being home all day,
Uh huh.
but
Uh
everybody
huh.
else, they like, nah, we can't do this. This is not, this is not what's up. So
Right.
it's
I
definitely
completely get
been,
it.
a big adjustment, and I think that's just with everybody, moms, dads, everybody, just
Mhm.
trying to get this thing in order. So my next question is, because a lot of people like to ask about like social media. So I wanted to just know, like, where do you see your most engagement on, like, Facebook? Is it Instagram?
I would say Facebook for right now.
Mhm.
Instagram is building and I'm still researching. But
Mhm.
I would definitely say Facebook because I'm a part of several different communities within Facebook, like the hair pages and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a part of several different pages. And as I've been researching, the marketing and the free marketing, because again, everything takes research and I research on my own so I can
Yeah.
know what to do and how to maneuver. So Facebook has been one of my major platforms, but I really, really want to redirect it to Instagram.
Mhm.
Although Facebook is amazing, Instagram is also where it's at. So I'm continuing
Yeah.
to try to build, on Instagram and build that platform to where I need it to be.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So the next question, I know you say you're currently in banking, and then you have your hair empire, because that's what it is. That's what we're
Mhm.
gonna call it.
Exactly.
What profession other than those would you like to attempt? Like, just something that would probably be totally left field, or just something that you thought that maybe you would have been doing right now.
I'm strongly thinking about the real estate market.
Mhm.
I'm strongly thinking about it. One of my favorite TV network is HGTV. I mean, I can
Yeah.
sit there and watch HGTV all day long. And that's something I'm conforming to, and that's something that I'm wanting to jump into. Like, I want to be able to get my first home after I purchase my home, and I want to be able to flip it.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to do. It's not so much sell the homes. I want to be able to flip it. I want to get into the flipping market.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
fun. My husband be watching it too.
Mhm.
And then when I get to watching, I'm like, oh yeah, I want a Porsche like that too.
Yeah.
That,
Mhm.
like, it's just amazing how they do, like, when, especially the ones where they buy the homes blind, and then they kind of go in and rechange the whole entire layout and add things. Those are really good
Beautiful.
reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
love
if you
talking
could,
about it.
yeah, that is a good show. But if you could have dinner with three people that are alive, who would it be and why?
You know what? If I can have dinner with three people, one person I would have dinner with, alive, I would definitely say Ming Lee. Because she's definitely doing her thing in the hair industry.
Hmm.
She has a wealth of knowledge and she really seems authentic. So I definitely wouldn't mind having dinner with her. I would also want to have dinner with Monica. Monica is one of my favorites. She's always been one of my favorites. So I would definitely just want to be in her presence because she just
Yeah.
has a spirit and I just love Monica. I was
Hmm.
able to go to one of her concerts a couple of years ago and you could just feel the realness coming from her. So I would definitely want to have dinner with Monica. Um, and my last person, I would probably say Whitney Houston. I've always loved
Yeah.
Whitney Houston too. And I
Oh,
think
we
Whitney
know.
can be fun. Yeah, I would have dinner with Whitney
What's that
Houston.
song you be singing?
I wanna dance with somebody. Yeah, that's my
Listen,
karaoke song.
y'all, Shaqualla would bust out with this song any and everywhere. I used to think,
Oh
like, is this the only song you know,
my
girl?
god. I love Whitney. So yeah, I would
Yes,
have dinner with
that is a
Whitney.
good song too.
Yeah, that's
All
my
right,
girl.
so, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I would see myself in 5 years, I think I'm going to continue with my job. I've been with my company going on 9 years. I think I'm going to continue and stay with them just to have that job security for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I've been thinking about doing, when I was in high school, I always said that I was going to go to school for law. That was always another passion of mine. I always say that I wanted to go to school for law. So that's always something that stood in the back of my mind. And it's never, the good thing about law, it's never too late to pursue law.
Yeah.
Some of the best lawyers are the older lawyers. So,
Yeah.
you know, as I get up in age and, you know, get out of this fiasco, you know, that may be something that I want to do because I've already had my business major, I already have my minor in English. So all I have to do is go into law school. So that's probably something that I think about over the next course. I have another project that I'm wanting to work on. I don't want to speak it up just yet because, you know, it's still bubbling, but it's something else that I'm wanting to work on, and I really hope it comes to pass for me. So between law, continuing my job that I'm on, my entrepreneur, I'm about to revamp Arcade, which is, you know, Cadence brand. My event planning. I did the memorable event planning. Well, I'm not going to do so much of the decorating. I'm going to get into just the planning and the coordinating because that's something I love. I have fun while doing it. So that's something that, you know, I'm going to be revamping. And along with that little, you know, bubble I have, you might see it in the next year or two. So
okay.
Stay tuned. That's where I see myself.
Yeah, that's good. Look, we gotta be super ambitious and just go for. Look, you gotta try everything.
Everything.
And it's not even like if it don't work out, cool. You knew you tried it. But you know what? Another thing I always say is sometimes it's not the right timing, and we gotta be okay with that because there's just so many things. Like even with this podcast, I started it almost 3 years ago, and I had like one episode. It was a totally different name, and then I was like, I did nothing, and then I restarted it, and now it's like almost going on 2 years, and it's like, what if I had, you know, kept with it that first time, you know, and now maybe I would have just had to switch in the middle, but you know, that would have been 3 full years of me just doing it, and
that's
being consistent has shown me like I show up every Friday for, you know, for the people who are listening. And they know I'm every Friday at 7 a.m. And, you know, it's growing. You know, sometimes people jump into stuff for the wrong reasons. But I also know that I know a lot of dope people that I could talk to. And also I know I have a lot of good information to share.
Right.
So never just sit on your ideas. And then, you know sometimes your ideas, they don't make sense to everybody.
They don't. And it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. That's the good thing about it. It's not supposed to. And I love it just like that.
Yeah. You know, entrepreneurs are crazy, but we're crazy in a good way.
Right.
So the last question I wanted to ask you was, is there like a book or interview or just a person that maybe you kind of come in contact with that's helped you on your journey that you can basically like recommend to anyone who's listening?
You know, I have a few screenshots of books that, you know, I really wanted to go pick up, and I haven't picked it up. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. And it's like one of the books was like the 7 Laws of Success or something like that. I think I might have saw it on, what's the guy's name? Charlemagne the God. He had a screenshot of some books that are good reads, and I screenshotted it, and I was supposed to get it. I still haven't yet. But other than that, I channel my energy, I channel my thoughts through just speaking out loud and staying up all night. And my notebook is all that I have. Like I write everything down in my notebook. And that's how I've been getting through things. It hasn't been a book. It hasn't been a person. It's just been me channeling my energy into me.
That's so funny because somebody asked me that question and I said the same thing. And I was like, you know, like really? Because I think also we came into this thing at a time where we weren't really watching people on social media.
Right.
That were super big into entrepreneurship. Like my dad was an entrepreneur, so that's kind of, you know, what I saw. But I think we didn't have that, like, oh my gosh, this person is doing this.
Exactly.
I want to be like them. Like it was more so like basketball. We was looking at basketball players. But now people are like, oh, well, I want to be on reality TV because, you know, that's what we see. Or I want to go viral because that's the easy way to get on. But a lot of people like in our age range, we come from, we gotta get it in from the mud, from the ground up. You gotta walk across the bridge to get cheesecake.
Yeah, I
Get
say
on
it's,
type of energy. Yeah.
it's more appreciated when you work and you build it for yourself. I see these other hair companies doing numbers. I see it. Do I sometimes question, okay, can I be doing something different? Yeah, I sometimes question it, but I look at my brand and I said, I'm building this myself. Slowly but surely, the volume's getting to where, I want it to be, and I pray over it daily. So, whether it's there today, tomorrow, or next month, it's going to get to where I need it to be as long as I keep working at it, because it's mine. I'm not looking at the next company and say, okay, well, I need to beat this company out. Do I want to be number one? Yes. Am I going to be number one? Yes. But I'm not competing with the other companies. I'm only competing with Bejeweled. That's it.
Yeah. And then a lot of those companies, they have teams. Most of the time, it's just us. Like, who run into the post office? Us. Who packaging it? Us. Like, who shipping labels and, talking to customers. So, even though it would be nice to have a team, sometimes you're just not there yet. But then also, when it's your dream and your vision, it's hard to give that up. It's like,
I know
hard
that,
to put that in somebody else's hands. Because
exactly.
it's your baby. So it's definitely just, hard to just hand it over to anyone. And eventually we'll get there. But for right now, it's just us. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you're out there listening and it's just you and you go into the post office every day dropping off 3 packages, just wait. One day it's going to be 25. Then there's going to be 100. Right. And then they're going to tell you got to drive around the back to drop your packages off now.
That's right. Appreciate the moment. Appreciate the moment.
Yeah. This segment is called Q Money Bags Thought of the Week. All right, so now I want to get into our Q Money Bags Thought of the Week, and I just want to ask you, let's take it back to high school. So I want to ask you, what has been one of your favorite memories of me from high school?
You know what?
I'm sure we got plenty.
You know what? Woo! My favorite memory is always going to be that Cinquanta is that girl, whether it was me or whether it was LaToya. We're not going to be the ones that speak out as fast, but Quanta, she was going to speak out as fast, whether it was to somebody else or whether it was to the teacher. That's just that on that, okay? It did not matter. It did not matter. So I would just say, that's it. Like, you were you no matter what. And that alone created memories, because you never tried to be, the next person. You never tried to conform to this or whatever was going on. You was always you. Still have, and it's still the same years later. I still see that in you. It don't matter. Quanta is going to do Quanta's way. Okay.
And that's so funny that you said that, because I thought I was an outcast and I thought I was misunderstood. So to hear you even say that, it's like, dang.
Yeah,
because sometimes you're in it, so you don't see it what other people, what other people see in you. But one of my favorite memories is when we hosted the Step Show. And we had our little matching outfits.
How did they even get us to do that? Oh my God.
You couldn't tell us we wasn't like VJs. We was going to be on TV, because we was hosting a whole Step Show, girl. How?
Miss Bonaparte. Miss Bonaparte was behind that. And you know what? She actually lives up here. She works at a high school, I believe. Yeah. I actually ran into her at the YMCA back into the end of 2009 as Caden was finishing up his basketball. And she said, Shaqualla, is that you? I said, yeah, this is me, Miss Bonaparte. She said, oh my goodness, you look the same. It was Miss Bonaparte that got us to hosting that Step Show with those knots at the top of our head and that whole time.
The pictures, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to use that picture right for this episode.
It was fun though. It was fun. I enjoyed high school. We had a we had a good time.
We did.
Okay.
And then we were also Black History Club president, vice
Black
president.
History Club,
yes.
student council.
Ciao.
It's good to be involved. We were involved, and
Very
still to
much
this
so.
day, we made a name for ourselves.
Yeah. And I think that definitely continue always. And the fact that we have names to be remembered.
Exactly.
Our parents knew what they were doing because they just knew we was going to be stars. Our path has already been destined, so anybody that try to come this way, you might as well just stop. It ain't going to work.
Not at all.
So I get asked a lot, how did you start your podcast? Where do I begin? How can I start a podcast? Well, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. You know, I'm down with the free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Like, ain't nobody listening yet and you making money. How dope is that? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting on? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
I just want you to now just basically have the floor to tell everybody where they can find your business at, where they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, so Bejeweled Extension is on Facebook. Just type in Bejeweled Extension. That'll pull up. It's about the only company that's going to pull up, for Bejeweled except the game. On Facebook, on Instagram, Bejeweled Extension is the social media handle for Instagram as well. The website is iambejeweled.com. Again, it's iambejeweled.com. We haven't gotten on Twitter yet. I am going to make a Twitter just because, on my personal page, I've been getting back into Twitter and, I kind of like it. So I want to get back into the Twitter world.
I was on there today because somebody was spilling some tea and I was like, I'm just being nosy. But I just schedule my posts over on Twitter, so it looks like I'm doing something over there. But every now and then I pop in to see, what's trending or what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. I don't know. I gotta get back in the groove too because I'm not as I used to love me some Twitter, child.
Right.
We used to be on Twitter like it was just live, child. Probably had the on it and it was everything.
I want to get back into Twitter. It's fun.
Yeah. So I truly appreciate you for joining me today. Actually, for our season 2, our first episode of season 2. So I'm excited to come into season 2 with a bang.
Okay, good.
And again, like I said, just thank you so much for joining me on this episode. So until next time, guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening and subscribing. Don't forget to share and leave a review for this podcast. If you have any questions, you can email me at hello@cinquantacoxsmith.com. You can follow me on Instagram at cinquantacoxsmith and at coinsandconnections.com. My websites are www.cinquantacoxsmith.com and www.coinsandconnections.com. You can join my Facebook group at Books Plus Business with Cinquanta Cox-Smith. I love you more than I love this podcast. Peace.